All right, I wanted to talk about the Chinese balloons that no doubt you've probably heard about by now. Uh so update if you haven't heard, the balloon that was flying across the US, I think it was first spotted in Montana. They shot it down off the coast of South Carolina. We're just recently finding out that, or I don't know if it's just this is being declassified right now, but that three other Chinese balloons flew over the US during the Trump administration, which I think is interesting. Uh Especially because a lot of the criticism Joe Biden and the administration was receiving was because, oh, why aren't you shooting the balloon now? And I think there's been a lot of fear mongering over this balloon. From what I can tell, I don't know. I don't think it's a spy balloon. The technology just, it's so sophisticated now. You don't need a balloon to spy on like another country. That seems like such a rudimentary thing to do. I'm inclined to believe that's probably a weather balloon. It might be something else. It's a little hard to tell because the Chinese government is nefarious, just like our government. They're, there are really no heroes in this story, just pretty shitty uh, people like us. But yeah, I mean, there's technology. Let's see, there's this photo that Trump tweeted out back a couple of years ago. This is from a spy satellite. It's up in orbit. You can't really detect it. And from what we can tell, the spy satellite was launched well over 10 years ago. And this is like 4K, 8K. This is just, you can see everything here. Like, you can see literally the writing on the ground that they have for this stuff. This is somewhere in Iran. And this is a pretty funny story behind it. Trump just took a photo of this from some random event that he was at, and some aide told him like, oh, don't share this, and immediately he like tweeted it. Kind of like, the United States of America was not involved in the catastrophic accident during the final launch preparations of the Software SLV launch. And it's like, he's not allowed to tweet these things. I don't know why they even allowed him to take a photo of this. Like, his aides should know that he will just say whatever he wants to. But yeah, I mean, you can see this is a technology. I'm assuming the camera is probably about as old as the launch. So this is the USA 224. So this is a camera that's what, 12 years old now. And I mean, you could see this like bright as day, no problem. I mean, I'm pretty sure the cameras they're throwing up there now, and like, was this 2022, a few months ago? I mean, it's like 8K. You could see like people's faces, probably. You can make it out. Which is to say, the Chinese probably have something comparable. They don't have as much, their military doesn't spend as much as ours does. Uh, so, I mean, but still, I mean, they gotta have technology probably approximating this at least. That's like a decade old. But yeah, I don't like the jingoism, the fear mongering. It's like, it's probably a weather balloon, realistically. And there was one flying over Colombia, I think. It's probably over Brazil now that they found. Yeah, and okay, there's Trump right here. The Chinese balloon situation is a disgrace, just like the Afghanistan horror show and everything else surrounding the grossly incompetent Biden administration. Guy who had this happen to him like three times while he was president. They are only good at cheating in elections and disinformation, and now they are putting that balloon that was put up by China during the Trump administration in order to take the heat off of slow moving Biden fools. China had it too much respect for Trump to have this happen, and it never did. Just fake disinformation. I mean, if he says so, it must be true, right? Trump lie? Uh, it would never happen. But yeah, there's other balloons that have been spotted in Central and South America. I don't know. I'm inclined to believe that it's just a weather balloon and people are just being paranoid, I guess. Which is fair, you know. You never know what other countries are up to. But yeah, I mean, the Chinese are probably spying on us with their satellites, just like we're spying on them with ours. Trump would never, indeed. That man has never told a lie in his life. Bro's as honest as that hair on top of his head.